My name is Lerma, and I've been coming to Forefront now for about a year. When I was 13, I got involved with my first boyfriend. He got involved with a gang that was very well known. I involved myself with a lot of dangerous situations, drive-by shootings, police run-ins. I wasn't able to hide this relationship from my parents not long. I was kicked out of my house. We were both pretty much homeless. I lived in his car for about a year. The relationship turned physical and abusive. He beat me so bad, I ended up having a miscarriage. The moment came when I knew I was either going to die that night or run for my life. And there I was, running barefooted on 64th Street, waving down cars until the police saw me. It wasn't easy, but I finally freed myself from him. Shortly after I got involved with a guy, we were together for about 17 years. Slowly I learned he was living a double life. I lost my mom from cancer. I was not the same anymore. Knowing my mom never had a chance to see me graduate college, get married, or have kids, it affected my life in a way that I just didn't look at life the same. It was a permanent void. The only happiness that I had was my best friend, Rocky, my fur baby. He brought joy in my darkness, but he fell sick and he died in my arms at home. I pretty much felt that life went downhill for me. I secluded myself as much as possible from friends and family. I just went to my bar and drank until I couldn't feel anymore. That was my life. It was work and then the bar every day. This went on for a couple of years. Up until a year and a half ago, I decided to step out. I met the final love of my life. We were planning on our date to get married. Then one day, he ended it with no real explanation. Until this day, I can't figure it out. I was broken. Physically and mentally, I lived in darkness. I was barely hanging on to life. Thoughts of how insignificant my life was and how it was to others. I was grieving a life that would never be, knowing that my future is somehow behind me because every good thing that brought me happiness, God took away from me. I finally accepted that if I was not good enough for anyone, I was not good enough for God, and I was meant to not be forgiven. Then one significant night changed my life. My brother, JR, we had our first deep conversation ever. He brought God back into my life. That following Sunday, I walked into Forefront, joined a small group. That single night pulled me from the depths of despair. My brokenness became a means of strengthening my faith in God, giving me greater hope for my future. I'm developing my faith with God through the unfailing love and support from my small group. I was angry at God for a very long time. I had so much bitter. But what helped me a lot was learning what forgiveness was and understanding this grace thing that I didn't know anything about it. And the moment that I wanted to get baptized was the moment that I wanted to live a life that God was meant for me to have. I would read the Bible and understand what He was about and why certain things happen, and that gave me some closure to my past and my anger. I was skeptical when Jared was telling me about Forefront, but when you walk in, and anyone that walks in the first time, I now get that this is a place where you belong before you believe. And it's that immediate feeling walking in here, and the people here are just so loving, happy. People say hi, and you can just sense the kindness. There was no judgment. It was, no matter what you were, where you came from, I felt genuinely comfortable coming in here. God has blessed me with Forefront family and the support that I get from my small group and the strength that I gain. So, thank you.